Hi guys, it's MegaDragonoid playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. We're doing the Justice for All at the moment. We're kind of close to the final showdown of this trilogy, so we might have to come like to another version, or we're gonna do some other game. We will see what we all come up with. We are still thinking. So, somebody cares to explain?
Well, somebody got murdered in a hotel, and it was one of those actors of the Ninja Samurai event, and we found some kind of fingerprints or stuff that is from the killer. And of course, Maya is being kidnapped by some kind of a kidnapper that he calls himself the killer. There is so much directions towards this killer that it could not be the killer or it is the killer. But from the last episode, Maya tries to escape from her from the hiding place where she was hidden. So I think she's right now heading towards Mr. Phoenix.
I think that's indeed the case.
And of course, the little assistant Pearly is with Phoenix Wright.
But yeah, we also have somebody else with us, and maybe he can explain why I feel like I have a stiff shoulder, even I haven't used it that much yesterday. Well, maybe a lot.
But you've been stressed.
Stressed?
You've been stressed out. But you've also been out doing a bit of, what was it, Pokemon Go stuff as well?
Yeah, I've been doing that for 6 hours straight.
Yeah, 6 hours straight of searching on Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
For
walking. Yeah, for one freaking Charmander. Well,
Charmander!
well, it was a Charmander community day, so the spawns of Charmander were way high. Like wherever I go, Charmander. Where I went, Charmander. Where I stepped, Charmander. It's like the world was infested by Charmanders.
That would be cool.
Well,
You're a Charmander, I am a Charmander, she's a Charmander, I am a Charmander, he is a Charmander, she's a Charmander, everyone is a Charmander.
It went like that indeed. But yeah, after 5 o'clock local time, and that means for me at 5 o'clock, event stopped it for me and everything went back to normal.
I can manage, everybody is a Charmander, you're only Charmander.
Well, Pokemons do understand each other. So I'm still wondering how that works. I'm not sure how, but yeah, you can't blame.
The one thing that I could never understand about Pokemon was in the show, they had that one cat Pokemon, I can't remember his name, but
Meowth?
he was the, yeah, Meowth, that's right. He was the only one that could actually speak English, proper English, and yet the Team Rocket would always try and go for Pikachu, despite the fact that numerous times they knew that a talking Pokemon that could speak perfect English was a rare thing. I just don't understand it. It makes no sense.
Pikachu is like not rare at all. It's just like one of these standard Pokemons.
Yeah, I know.
It's only become
And
so
yet,
strong
somehow
because
they
it always
kept going for it.
Yeah, like what the hell? One of the most rarest Pokemons ever, except from legendaries. And then it's just like, oh, I already got a Meowth, who cares? Nothing about, oh, it's a talking Meowth. I do care. Like, what a morons.
Like, even the boss doesn't realize how important a talking Pokemon, an actual talking Pokemon would be. Come on.
Yeah, what the F, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been crazy and having a lot of fun. Even like the day before, I went for like a legit nice stream. I don't know if you guys have seen it. At least Justin has seen it so far. It's basically my run of Disgaea 4 Complete Plus Edition on the PlayStation 4. I had a lot of fun. A vampire that loves sardines. Hey, what? His addiction to sardines.
That is certainly an unexpected addiction to have.
Yeah. Like, what the hell? What have you been sniffing? But yeah, we're gonna continue. So sorry for the long introduction, guys. We want to just clear this things about. We're gonna a little bit longer, maybe not. We're gonna just see what if one is easily done, and if not, we're going straight up to 2, and we're finishing that in the same recording then, because I feel you guys deserve it, even if I have a stiff shoulder. Oh,
You got stiffed.
Yeah, I got really stiffed
Don't
out.
push yourself too hard, big bro, okay?
Yeah, I just have to relax, so I don't have to do weird movements, so I can take a really relaxing break. I just need to be relaxed and not haze myself. Okay.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. So let's get this party started. Let's get the party started. Hello.
March 22nd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
We went for number 3.
Was I the one that voiced this guy, or was that...
Yeah.
It was me? That's
Yes.
right, he was the one that said... He's the one that said dude a lot, wasn't he? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was a dude guy.
Adrian did it? Adrian did it?
And sorry, I was cleaning my hands a bit, bro.
That's good.
It was looks like.
Dude, no way! That woman couldn't do anything like that!
Court today there will be mountain of evidence that will embrace you.
A mountain of evidence?
Currently there's one someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer, dude, like I said yesterday. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that.
I understand that.
I feel like that.
Almost time.
Oh,
It's Mia. Oh wait, no, it's the girl.
Pearly.
It's Pearly.
Pearly.
it's basically Pearly, but Maya
Big tits.
Mia possessed her. Mia.
We must get a complete curriculum today.
I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Well, let's get going. Huh?
It's him. This is right.
Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial.
Maya, she's unharmed, right?
Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world would you want to give me?
You'll figure it out once the trial starts, and even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please.
Wait. And he hang up.
You forgot the growl, so I did it for you, Danny.
I think I did it, but I'm just a little bit. You never sent me a present.
Mr. Lawyer, dude, who was that?
My mother.
No one. It has nothing to do with you. So forget what you heard. Anything.
Dude, did you nose just get longer?
Pinocchio, what are you doing here? Get out! It's not
Pinocchio,
your
right.
day to lawyer.
Maybe we should rename him to Pinocchio Wright instead of Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Mr. Pinocchio Phoenix Wright.
March 22nd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Where's the defense? Where's the prosecutor? Bro.
She's getting kidnapped.
Wait, I thought you were doing the judge.
I'm letting you this time, because you have so less rolls this time.
Okay, fair enough. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard.
Okay, why does it sound so much better than I did his?
Oh God!
Are the prosecution and defense ready?
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma?
I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me?
Bailiff.
Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it?
Prosecutor Von Karma. This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unarmed gunman.
She was shot?
Oh God!
That is a turn of events. That is very interesting.
That was the gift. Perhaps that was the gift.
Perhaps.
Press F in chat for show remorse. You legit, bro?
Hey, we gotta be fair. She was a worthy rival, wasn't she?
I guess
The lineage of Von Karma has ended.
Unless,
Shut.
of course, she's still alive.
yeah. Hey,
No.
at least it's the same problem what happened to Mr. Von Karma.
Remember?
That's true. What?
Shot?
Somehow, I think this is the present the man was talking about.
Present?
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors at the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be your advantage.
It's totally insane. And Miss Von Karma, is she alright?
I don't have that answer.
She's alive and in stable condition.
Ah, shit. It didn't end it.
Damn it. Too early.
I had a feeling that he was still okay. They wouldn't kill off one of the most main prosecutors in the game.
Well, she was actually not a real main. In this version, she was, but you can't really call her a main.
Hmm.
That
That's
wait.
good.
I almost went for it.
Hmm? You're... Your Honor.
Our boy is back.
Edgeworth is back to the field, baby.
Charge!
George!
Due to the circumstances, Miss Francesca von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready, naturally. Why are you standing there?
Because
Okay,
I think he
never
just got back.
Miss von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery.
We right. Remember, bro?
Yeah, I remember.
Yep, the case with Miles Edgeworth.
His teacher and foster father had the bullet that actually sued Miles Edgeworth as well.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
That was a whole thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and where was the bullet the entire time?
In the shoulder.
Right shoulder.
Probably just a crazy coincidence, though.
Yeah, totally coincidence.
Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details.
I kind of feel like the guy is coming up. Yup.
Remember the guy, bro?
You mean,
The boat salesman
dude
guy.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember him.
Yup.
The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Ungard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer.
Huh?
Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand.
Oh, great. I can be him again.
Witness, your name and occupation.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct for now.
For now.
After this trial's over, I'm supposed to be turning in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe.
The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight.
Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. At least we're having fun again. Sorry?
Round one, fight!
Round one, fight!
Well, how many How many cases did we did when Miles actually?
I think we did 3 before we disappeared.
The first case was the second case in the first one. The second was the third. Then it was the 5th. This is the 4th one.
The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. The effects of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes awarded ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Kawada, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking in the case of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
Interesting. Bro?
After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room.
Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant were alone in their room, sir.
I see. Miss Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're gonna press...
By 3, 2. Case of death, wasn't that because of Mr. Cornelius was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur will believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good look. Hard look at the crime photo. Now a real pro's attention will be drawn here to this bandana.
Banana?
His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tight around his neck, sir.
Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana.
Then what about the knife? It seems that it has been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death.
We have a crafty murderer on our hands here.
Okay, we got a report. Nice.
And then we pressed on the 4th, which will be this one.
And why did they think that? Because it was empty, pal. The jamming ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this fairy? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that?
It's like the judge did the crime.
We thought of that too, but only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh?
I see. So much for my theory then.
Oh, that's freaking funny.
And then this one.
What could you had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night.
Well then, where was it?
My red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, John Quarter, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir.
So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case?
Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. That guitar case was empty before he got to the hotel. Yep, that's right. So really had nothing to do with the case after all.
I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was a reason enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Looks like it's worth back in full swing.
Swing bada bada bada, swing bada bada bada, swing bada 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 bada.
Very well. Detective Konshu, please testify about this matter.
Yes, sir. Why arrested Angada? Ed Angada and Joan Kowadia were huge rivals with each other. They even thought the other guy was, in his way, that motivated enough in my book. As in evidence, there was the jamming ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja's costume and was found in Akayama. The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. The defendant of the knife was for the crime, which makes it a permissible murder.
The defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing.
It was sort of sticky on the handle, and so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. The knife had been added to the court record. And there's this button.
That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood?
Yes, and we know that's the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What? Great. You get more problems.
All this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, Wright?
Nope. I will find the hole in your argument somehow.
You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your useless, pointless questions. I meant usual pointless, not useless pointless. Sorry.
It's okay.
My bad.
So we have the percent this time on number 5. Oh no, 6.
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait a minute. Let me first. Give me a fair warning. Okay. Now we can do it. You need objection! Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument that this is a permitted murder is simple that my client bought a knife beforehand. That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Uh-huh. Take a good look at the handle of the knife. You see what I'm talking about. Huh?
It has gate water seal set into the handle.
Gate water. I think I heard a name before. Heard that name somewhere before. Serious, Gumshoe?
Serious?
You can see the numbers adding up in his mind. He's like, where have I heard that name before? Where? I know I've heard it somewhere.
Yep. What do you think, Sira?
Is Gumshoe litty a diggy?
He digs his way in.
Yep.
That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not permitted.
Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... What is it, Miss Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What?
I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined.
How so?
I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this.
But I didn't know. Oh, now I'm so sad.
Wow.
Bro?
No, I was just checking something.
The question is... Bro?
Sorry, I was just.
Where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Kurata's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table.
There's a knife.
There is a knife and a fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to record the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard.
Hey, there's a knife missing.
Especially what was on top of his table. There was something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. On Guard's knife was missing. Mr. On Guard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
Yeah?
It seems like Edgewood had this planned from the very beginning.
Must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it.
A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There was quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown.
He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
Make sure you say because the present anything then other than a wine glass. Next part will give.
Bro.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well,
For next. The judge is overriding the persecutions right now. If we answer with something wrong here,
then the gravel office will be ringing out the sound of our defeat.
Mr. Wright, do you have something important necessary to present to this court?
This is where I wanted to save, actually. Actually, I do. There's one. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see.
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance and only one. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here.
If I mess this up, it's curtains all for us, for all of us. Oh, look at that bar! Look at that bar!
And only one piece of evidence.
Look at that bar!
Yeah, no warning shot here.
Bro, you need to say a line.
I said my line.
No, this line.
You want me to say that? Oh, okay.
The judge's line, not the object line.
Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court?
objection! Hold it! Gotcha! Take that!
This is a wine glass, is it not?
Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. Scene of the mess because of the victim's struggle against his isolation. Face was broken. Is making up all over the floor. These are all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser.
Well, yes, I see your point.
However, this glass that's sitting on the top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along everything else is this wine glass.
It's an evidence.
This piece of evidence is more than enough, strange enough for warranting further consideration.
Hmm.
Oh?
Hmm.
Well, what do you have all to say?
Mr.
Ah, well, yes, it is a little peculiar.
Yes, isn't it? I thought it was.
You can
Feel-
stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth. What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass.
What?
It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright.
Could Miss Andrews really have set the glass down without thinking?
Oh crap. Okay, see it.
I appear weak here. The trials is over. I can look for my proof later. Now I should trust my instinct and point with certainty.
Hello?
Sira,
I just might fall for it if you're too provoking enough.
The defense would like to challenge the prosecutor's theory. We would like to see something else that proven it was Mr. Andrews who set up the cup on the table.
You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual.
As usual.
Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim?
And I thought Agnes was your ally.
There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing.
Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it.
What?
You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice?
Then
Of course, it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprint.
fingerprints?
There are only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews.
What?
That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright?
I can't believe it. I fell into another trap.
Miss Andrews was probably holding a glass when she went to see Mr. Corridor. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Now do you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenario, as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will tell you the answer I have come to discover.
Whoa, wait.
Wait a second. Mr. Edgeworth? I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from.
Ooh.
Another witness?
Yes.
I kind of know who that can be, and he or she can be really windy.
You mean that old lady?
Yeah.
The old bag is back.
The old hag.
But at least Sira
Old
will be
bag
voicing
hag.
that one, right?
Whatever her
we
name
decided
is.
that, didn't we?
Old hag bag.
Actually, her full name is Windy Old Back, but I always call her Windy Old Hack.
Because she's a hag. She's a witch.
Yep.
Believe. Bring the next witness.
Yeah.
Believe. Bring the next witness.
Bailiff, please bring in the next witness.
What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking?
And again,
There
Helmet.
it is.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
Hmm.
Hmm? Witness, your name and occupation. Arrgh!
Acha!
Genius.
Cha!
Arrgh!
Good work, old hack. Good work. I wonder what happened to the calm composure you had earlier.
Oh boy, it's been ever since we had me captain it. You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report of her testimony, but who needed that under that helmet? It was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand. That's a good one. I like that.
Wicked witch.
Okay, we need to somehow make a drawing out of that.
Oh my gosh, there's a witch in the retreat of trouble.
The Wicked Witch of the Witness Stand from the West.
Oh my god. Oh, dear.
Oh, that would be so fucking genius drawing, right?
Yeah. That was good. I like that.
I tell you, this time I do what supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even since I don't have to do with a terrible crime.
Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Oh,
I'm talking to my radio. She's wetty right now. What is my brown scramps?
you know, you could get arrested for that old bag.
Oh my god!
Yourself an old hag, and she called the Dutch a gram. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
madam. Oh my god.
No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please! Anyway, witness your testimony, please.
Property, that you from Northwest, not an Orion NG. Now, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder.
I can't keep forgetting that I'm already picturing inside of my head like the Wicked Witch of the West, the witness stand.
No,
I can picture her on a broomstick riding past
she is
Phoenix.
Sorry?
She's the Wicked Witch from the south. The west and the east are from the Wizard of Oz, and they are a mean couple.
Yeah.
I still felt like it's the Wicked Witch from the witness stand. Ah!
Oh, you know what would be perfect? Having a picture of her on a broomstick flying past Phoenix, screaming out, "I'll get you, my pretty, and your little pearly, too."
I will take that little pearly away from you.
Wouldn't that be so perfect a fit?
That would be totally worth drawing.
I will take this little pearly away from you.
What's going Justin to say? I'm gonna wonder what is he going to say over this one line. Bro.
Is this
Oh my
correct,
god, this
Miss
world
Oldback?
means nothing.
Sorry, I didn't hear you, bro.
Is this correct, Miss Oldback?
Shit, he didn't say it.
It was a great job being able to see my dearly Juan. It was almost so much for my life heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everybody's crazy over that on God seeing he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, Floyd's not a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Corrida.
But those two were the same age.
Anyway, I'm saying, I was spotting a photo of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Archie Poo. Archie Poo. Ooh.
Ooh la la!
Leave it to me, Archie Poo.
What you witnessed?
After the ceremony, I went and passed around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested to find out, you know. Well, said I had mutton jump and made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. Yeah, stalking. That's when someone had showed up! A man coming out of poor Juan's room! It wasn't Grant! Martin Grant! He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room!
So Mr. On God came out from Jackson's room.
It was to be him! He's the murderer!
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Okay, I can press on the second one, but I also can go forward to the fifth one.
We need to know everything.
Hold it.
Something you were interested in, and what was that?
Some little thing I can't just go around telling everyone, you know. Some secret between me and you. And that anti-poo, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor.
Gossip?
But should it prove relevant, we can always have it handed to a testimony later.
It looks like we shouldn't force it right now.
And did the witness stay in the vicinity the entire time?
Well, since I wasn't tied up to make sure what I know, that's what I was and then gone. Nothing got to sneak around in Juan's room.
Hold it! You saw my client? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about
that,
you whippersnapper?
Yes, I saw. I saw that young boy walking out on the streets about to make my Juan.
So good, even it's not light. Really?
Really no brats. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe
Deja vu?
if I avoid the repeat of last year, I should have developed into this a bit further.
Ifs. Because that was the same thing.
If you think so, bro.
Please tell the court about the man clothes in more detail.
Oh, so bad you are, really? After something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gory thing he always wearing. The racing jacket.
Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center too.
That's it. Me stopping for securing woman out of there. Pantaloons. Man. Ooh.
Wait a minute. Hold brakes.
If she says, when he came out of Jawan's room, does that mean that the Jack,
He can't be the killer because he...
or
There's
basically
something else.
the ninja button was somewhere else? Remember?
Yeah.
That's true.
It was in his costume, but he was not wearing the costume when he came out of his room.
So that's actually a very important fact.
Somebody took his clothes and pretended him to kill the lovely Juwan.
Yeah.
It is possible that
Right.
someone placed the clothes there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. That's all darkness was your ally. The judge.
Bro?
So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way?
It was very important.
Of course it was important, Your Honor.
Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that is important.
Don't you see, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket that applied to his testimony.
I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright. Witness, please.
I don't like to be backed by anyone without reason, but if I must... What's wrong with this flashy evacuation jacket harness is just all for show.
Okay, so here, yeah.
Mustn't go on, he was trying to sneak around. Oh, flashing mechanism just for show.
Are we going to say it? Are we going to say it?
Objection!
Take that.
Miss Old Hack, pardon me, Old Back.
Old bag hag. What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Sirs.
Are you sure about that? I thought darkness was your ally.
Do you know what this is?
It's button number 2 on a German ninja costume.
Now I know she's an obsessed fan. Identified it as identified it single glance.
Give it here! Give it here! If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this! Pew pew pew!
Wow, she really is a die-hard fan. Who want a button covered in blood. The button was discovered on guard's body during a full body research.
See? See? This pattern proved beyond a shadow of doubt it was the Rascal and Guard.
It was caught in the belts of the Nickel Samurai's Hakama pants.
See? See? And Guard to Nickel Samurai! Oh,
Okay.
somebody stole his clothes to pretend to be Guard.
Witness! Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, did you not say that the defendant, that guard, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wear more but I have to cut up, but I have to hit it, and I'm gonna take it on a second. And it's happy so sorry. You're going to say to these and these, you're people life, don't get out there. Look on, understand now? Take it all the mail, you're close. Come on, carry a temper, as you boo.
Congrats on Sira for
I did nothing!
Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. On Guard the man, But Mr. On Guard, the Nickel Samurai.
When you think about it, they're really one and the same really.
Miss Olbach, this is a very important point we're talking about.
Don't you think so?
Bro?
Sorry, somebody's asking about help.
Well, it might be something worth considering.
Just say it's important and we agree with me for a change.
Witness, think carefully and try to imagine him before you testify.
All right, if you insist.
Should be the ones sheeshing, not you.
Signed.
But gosh, yes, now I remember! The Neko Samurai, that's right, it was the Neko Samurai that I saw! Yes, that would be inconvenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go with the costume around the station right after the crime, you know. So he wasn't worn a Neko Samurai costume, having instead poured you on.
I knew you would say he was inside that costume.
What?
Ooh,
Do you think you could have someone else in that odd costume? Yes. Don't be bad, little boy, thinking such rude things.
But the possibility does exist.
No buts for you. I go once today, I told you. There's no way that would want anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so. And what I say is the truth. Oh,
See.
check your eyes, please, woman.
At least he's just as delightful a witness as was a year ago. She hasn't aged one bit.
She reminds me of my
Mr.
grandmother.
Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, so there is an achievement which you can get. It's just go here. I'm gonna make safe for sure, and you just basically press. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not long ago you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not.
Not too long ago. Now let me ask you this. When you saw itty bitty, what was your grand dream?
Huh?
What did you want to be then when you grew up? Whippersnapper?
My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be a Judge Wanker, hero of the public court. So what?
See? Look at where you now. You're not just Ragnar. You are you. Are you?
Well,
What I said earlier. Who puts any wish into things like that? Oh, it's everything I can be held responsible for the past.
since when did the court become theaters of testimonies?
is that for the man was inside the costume? Isn't that enough?
And that's basically you can. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder.
Yep, but we got a trophy slash achievement. The Judge Wanker.
The Judge Spanker.
Now we're going to number
5. Number 5.
Pardon me. And we present Eve. Objection, my dear old hack.
Old hag?
Please take a look at this, old hack.
Yeah, so it's a knife, big deal. If you're trying to scare you with that, have you? Now it won't work.
No, that's not my intention at all.
That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct?
Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case?
You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at?
That's exactly what I'm driving at.
What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving?
Oh, this is gonna be genius. If Mr. Angarda was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have to be left on this knife. Actually, he should have wiped all the previous fingerprints on the knife right off. Hello.
Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing.
And why should he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way you could do something like that.
However, there is one possibility.
Then let's hear your possibility. Wow! It's like boom, boom, boom.
It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edward the Fury?
So let me get this straight. Edward theory goes like this. Defendant went to the victim's room. He had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, there are any problems with his testimony? There is a contradiction. This theory contradicts something in the earlier testimony.
What are you babbling about?
Now, for the argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Angarda was the killer, if that's the case. If it's possible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intention. This knife was used in Mr. Angarda's at dinner.
Yes, we did establish that.
Which means if my client was in fact the killer, and he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Cordia.
I suppose.
However, you just said it yourself. At the time the defendant had no intention to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife, wouldn't he? He wouldn't he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, the theory was flawed from the positive
supposition.
supposition one.
Supposition.
And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murderer, then why should the glove marks left on... There should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints wouldn't be all over it like these on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer they hide there into the entity and mislead us.
Order! Order, I say! Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderers do such a thing?
To frame Matt Unguarded. It's to frame my client, Mr. Unguarded, of course.
To frame? Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little?
Well, we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there should be a single fingerprints on this knife.
Witness!
Looks like I made your life a tiny little more difficult, huh, Chipu?
Witness, did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai?
Well, I guess a photo might have forgotten, but...
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. Unguarded with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV?
But I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for Nickel Samurai. That's for sure.
Huh? Wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai? Alright then, who were you waiting around that for then?
That's top secret to anyone outside the security.
Bro?
I have a feeling that you were waiting for the jour. Am I correct, Witness?
The way you think you are a sad amateur who shall cast a near-sightingness.
Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of?
The old bag was waiting around above the victim's room, but it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Cordia.
Maybe Phoenix, maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person.
If it's who I think he is hinting at, it's currently possible. It's all back. We were waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, were you?
Who is this person?
This is Andrea Andrews, Mr. Unguarded's manager.
But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Oh, this is. Well, this is. I see.
Gus seems to be really into the article. It can be called such a thing.
Then this manager with the initials AA, are you saying? Adrian Andrews, without a doubt, this thought so as well.
Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this full sworn to confidentiality stuff then.
Witness? What in the world are you?
Watch out, Phoenix. I got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. I got some information, some very secret information that's for certain sure. Source. So that's why I'm doing my own investigation in secret, of course. Are you sure about that?
Ow,
Man.
shoulder.
But what for?
Oh, just for myself, personal reasons and all that. Yeah, you just snooping around Juwan's trash can for remaining food so you can sniff it.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from... I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready. This is going to take a wind out of you young ones.
You're ever capable of handling this, really. Not like we're 10 years old. Guys, this is sadly where I'm gonna stop because it's getting too much, so... Sorry, and my shoulder needs a little bit of a rest. Just a small one. And I need to help somebody, so the next one will be a full-on case for that one. So, sorry about that, guys, for the suddenly change. Yeah, that friend really needs my help because he's not that technical and I am. So, if you like the content so far, feel free to leave a follow or subscribe. You can even comment below. You can also go to my friend's YouTube page, Twitch or DeviantArt. We go with Justice first because it's the letter initial.
Well, Just Parodies Man is my my DeviantArt name is Chester the First, and my Twitch is Just Parodies Minor.
Now we go for Shiras.
My DeviantArt account is Sira Hedgehog, and YouTube account is Princess Sira. I certainly beginning with Twilight Princess HD for the Nintendo Wii U, so you can also check that out. How I actually play and walk through it. If you are just going to like that, just feel free to comment if you want me to go further as well, so I can make a walkthrough out of it so you can enjoy.
And there you go. So this is it for now, guys. Have a nice day. Have a nice week.
Peace, my Dragonites.